You need much more protein than you actually think. Is that an accurate statement or more of a banality? So today we are breaking down the most talked about macronutrient in fitness, protein, with real science. So let's dive right into it. Let's see what we are gonna cover in this video. Are you eating too much or too little protein that is hurting your progress? Are you confused about the numbers between grams per kilogram or per pound and the total intake? What about the plant sources of protein? And there is actually one more important question later in the video, so stay tuned. Protein is contributing to a lot of functions and is made up of amino acids, which are the building blocks of muscle tissue, enzymes, hormones, hair, nails, and even your immune system in your body. But we focus on the most important one for us, which is maintaining or building muscle mass. First, let's make this clear. The daily protein intake differs from the person who trains and the person who does not. And the daily protein intake for people who don't participate in any form of weight training based on the World Health Organization is 0.8 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight, or 0.36 per pound. Now, the most important and most frequently asked question: how much daily protein do I need in case I am lifting weights? But before I answer that, you must know two things. First, is your goal building muscle, losing fat, or recomping, which means building muscle while losing fat? And two, the higher your fat percentage, the less likely your body will metabolize muscles for fuel. In that case, you need less protein, and vice versa. The lower your fat percentage, the more likely your body will metabolize muscles for fuel. Therefore, you need more protein. Now, if you are an athlete aiming for weight loss, a 2018 review shows your daily protein intake should be set at 1.6 to 2.4 gram of protein per kilogram per day, which equals to almost 0.8 to 1.1 gram of protein per pound. If you are lean and more intense your training is, then you should stay at the high range. If you are aiming for muscle building, on the other hand, another 2018 study demonstrated your intake should be in the range of 1.6 to 2.2 gram per kilogram of your body weight, and that is almost 0.8 to 1 gram per pound. That is almost based on your training intensity. And now, if you are recomping, you should take your lean body mass and multiply it by 1.2 to 1.6 grams based on your body fat percentage and activity level. For instance, your weight is 200 pounds with 20% body fat. Now, to get lean body mass, you subtract the fat percentage from your body weight. 200 pounds minus 20% equals 160. As you slightly have a high fat percentage, then you should stick to the lower end, which is 1.2. 1.2 times 160 equals 192, almost 190 grams of protein daily to build muscle and lose fat simultaneously. Now, what about plant-based proteins? A 2021 study indicated that eating plant-based proteins leads to less protein synthesis after eating a meal compared to eating the same amount of animal-based protein. It also shows that the most plant-based proteins contain fewer essential amino acids and often lack one or more key specific amino acids needed by the body. Now, we say that there is one more question, right? And the question is, how much protein is your body able to absorb and utilize in one single sitting? Based on the 2018 study, we showed that based on the definition of absorption, which means the passage of nutrients from the gut into the bloodstream, your body is able to absorb unlimited amounts of protein. Now, whether it can be utilized or not, a 2016 study compared a 14-gram protein meal with 70-gram protein meal. They found that eating protein helped the body build more muscle than it broke down, no matter the amount. But the meal with more protein, which was 70 grams, worked better, mainly because they reduced how much muscle the body broke down and also slightly boosted how much new muscle was built. So in other words, nothing is wasted. It can be absorbed as well as utilized. I think the topic of protein is completely crystal clear, right? And to help me and help the channel, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until the next one, take care everybody. Bye bye.